Hey Legionnaires, welcome back. We're here within an NTW 3 historical battlefield today, and today we have the Battle of Elchingen, fought in 1805 between France and the Holy Roman Empire, soon to become Austria. So yes, this is a battle fought in the Ulm campaign. It's part of the encirclement of Mack's army, which ultimately capitulates at Ulm. And yeah, tens of thousands of Austrians fall into the hands of France, with very few losses for the French. And Elchingen is part of the Ulm campaign, as I was saying. Mack actually sends one of his commanders, Johann von Reich. I'm probably butchering his name there, but he sent his corps to try and break out of sort of like I think it's like the north of like the Ulm pocket, and Ney is the commander who actually gets given the job by Napoleon to basically push back this offensive by the Austrians and actually force them back into the pocket. So that is exactly what is happening here today. We actually have three Ney corps, I think we have. We have one here crossing the river, another one just there, and we also have Ney all the way over there, and we also have Murat at this one here as well, with his cuirassiers and all his heavy cav. And yeah, they're facing off against four Austrian corps. I can't remember which ones they are precisely. I think most of them have combat generals. But yeah, we've got a bayonet charge taking place here, going up against the Grenadiers. And not a good start there for the French, that is for sure. It's being beaten back there by the Austrian Grenadiers. That is, yeah, not a good start to the fight. And it looks like we're going to see some more line infantry going in here and battling away with the Grenadiers. But yeah, historically this battle was actually a French victory. The French obviously push back the Austrians, and they do eventually force the Austrians into surrender at Ulm. And we've got Grenadiers, the line now coming in to match those of the Austrians. There you go, you got the some of the infantry starting a rout there, and yeah, there goes those Grenadiers as well. And that actually was the general, I believe. He was either in that Grenadier unit or he was in the house, I'm not quite sure. I think he was the Grenadier unit, but yeah, he is routed. And that is a massive loss really early on for that Austrian player, as more Grenadiers get sent in and more Grenadiers go packing. As we have, looks like some Bavarian troops here actually backing up the French. So the objectives for the French is actually to take Linnitz here, and they also got to take Wavre. So they're supposed to represent sort of like the towns and villages around Elchingen that the French fought over. So yeah, so it's obviously we don't have an Elchingen map, so we're working with what we have. But yeah, it's certainly a very, very fun scenario. This one down to the wire. Definitely one to stick around and check out. Some big cavalry charges, some glorious melee fights over towns like this one here as the Grenadiers battle it out. There you go. Looks like the Grenadiers line there finally being pushed back. We're going to see instead some of the Bavarian line infantry go in. Yeah, if you enjoy all things NTW3 and would like to see some more of the periodic action on the channel, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. It really does help out the channel. And if you want to get involved in any of these scenarios as well, feel free to join my Discord. The link is down below in the description. We do like loads of streams and sort of like scenarios as well on there. And you're also welcome to send in your own NTW3 replays as well if you have some glorious ones you want to send in. There you go. I think the French are taking this building. So yeah, there you go. French have managed to capture this building. So technically that is actually objective done for the French. This is, I guess, need to already just clear the Austrians out from around this area here. It was much easier on this side for the French to take this side, mainly because they spawn much closer, so the Austrians can't set up properly. But also there's two Ney corps here, and I believe most of Murat, if not all of Murat's corps, is on this side here. I actually don't think Murat has actually got to the front line. Jay's still trotting through these forests here. While on the other side, it's going to be a much tougher fight here for the individual Ney corps, which is got to basically assault this position, Wavre on his own, and they're going to have time to set up the Austrians. So yeah, but whether it'll be like a 1v1, I'm not sure. I think there are a lot of Austrians here, and they are constantly still arriving. You can see more and more cav now arriving here for the Austrians. Whether they're going to be much use since the French hold this town, I do not know. But if the French try to break out, try and force back the Austrians, yeah, they're certainly going to be faced by a lot of cavalry. And the French can't all form squares. Some of them certainly can. Some of these Bavarians can as well, by the looks of it. But it doesn't look like all of them. We've got Dragoons to guard here. Capet shifting on forward. There are there's a gun emplacement up here. I think it's been evacuated and left by the Austrians. But it is, I think the gun crew is still alive. They actually just, yeah, they abandoned the guns. They could turn around. They could be a problem for the French. So the French kind of want to take that high ground, take that that road to try and secure the town. And you can see the cavalry going in here, trying to rout those Schutzen. I think they're trying to also get the Hussars, or the Uhlans, I should say, actually. And they did. But another Uhlan cav unit coming in. That might get the Dragoons there, sadly. They are a good Dragoon unit, though. There's a bit of a win there for Austria. And you can see now here, look at this big line of infantry being shifted forward here by France. We've got lots of Bavarians, some Laguerre as well, so light infantry coming in. More cav over here being shifted in. Looks like Chevaliers getting caught out there. They're actually going to get routed. In come more Chevaliers. Bavarians, all of them. They are going to try and rout those Uhlans. Are doing a bit of a good job there. More cavalry coming in. No Hussars here for the Austrians being shifted in. And I feel like the French could do with putting a volley into the side of these guys. There you go. That will do the job. There's a few shots here just, you know, scare off the Austrians. There you go. They're moving on forward. The line of infantry here. You can see here, I think they actually did get the gun in the end. It is routing. The crews just stood there. So really the French could retreat now. And probably should. Because like the further they go in that direction, the more stretched they are, more Austrians are now arriving. More infantry on the way. The Austrians are going to be able to set up. They've still got technically hold the high ground, I guess. The French haven't quite reached the road. And if I know anything from watching Star Wars, the high ground is superior. That's what you want to be on. Tell that to Anakin and his multiple limbs. All his multiple pieces he's in. Anyway, Laguerre here. Looks like he's going to just get outgunned and taken out. That is unfortunate there. And that could cause a bit of morale issues for the French. Yeah, already in like 4 units up here trying to hold these guys back. It's probably not going to be enough. There is cav here waiting, chasseurs as well, of the Legion. We've got looks like Austrian infantry, Austrian grenadiers. These guys can probably form square, and they're also going to be a danger on the flank if a melee charge comes in. So you need to be careful of that. We have got some French cav going in here though. This is Ney again with Dragoons coming in. Trying to go for a little charge, getting mopped up there by some Chevaliers of Austria. Really, we need to see some heavy cav getting across here, which is on the way. Cuirassiers are now crossing the river, 124-man unit. That is going to do some serious damage. There's also a gun in there as well. Looks like maybe a horse artillery or something? I don't know. Yeah, yeah, artillery cheval is a Bavarian horse artillery there. Got the light infantry setting up here. The French are basically on top of the hill now. If they can just start a line fight, they might be okay. Some of their units are pretty decent shooters, like the Laguerre. They are probably better off in melee than anything else. And we've got Cuirassiers coming in here now for the Austrians. What are they going for? Oh, chasing off some chasseurs. Well, that's a bit of a futile job. They need to form square here to the Laguerre. They cannot, I guess, or didn't. I don't know. Same with the French here. They really should have formed square. Looks like they've been lucky to get out of that one, though. Actually, I say that. And there you go, cav coming in again. The French sending in their chasseurs. Oh, there's even more cav coming in. There you go, Chevaliers being sent in. Yeah, I think French have just about avoided a bit of a disaster there. They are being shot to pieces here by other units. They probably want to start thinking about retreating, to be honest. It's not in their, like, their choice to really carry on this fight. Checking out on the other side, looks like the French have just about arrived at the outskirts over here. And it looks like it's a little hussar here. It looks like he's getting shot at by probably something in this building. Actually, I don't think they can get in that building. It just looks like it should be, you know, should be possible, but I don't think they are. I don't know what they're getting shot at by. But yeah, the Austrians very much entrenched over here. They have positions across the river on both sides. And yeah, they're basically ready for any sort of French assault there. It's good to see. And looks like you can see Laguerre breaking there. It's not good, but big cav fights going on down here as the cuirasses are being used to their finest ability. And they're going to rout those Chevaliers. Looks like France actually retreating his infantry now. We've got Grenadiers, the line falling back. A lot of the Bavarians and other stuff starting to retreat as well. And really, yeah, the French start to call a retreat here, and this is when what we really should have done. Pulled a bit of a retreat. I was actually playing in this one. It was part of a stream that we did not too long ago, probably a couple of weeks ago now. Yeah, the Battle of Elchingen. It was a very, very fun scenario that we did. What is this formation you're forming up here, Grenadiers? Turn and face. Oh, here we go. Cav going in, unsupported though. Cuirassiers going in without any infantry support. Really, these Grenadiers need to get up here now and try and support this. They're going to help out their heavy cav friends here. We've got cuirassiers in here from also the Austrians. They're slamming into the back of their own infantry. That does not do any good for your morale here. Yeah, they're really relying here on the big cuirassier units to try and just break on through. We got artillery setting up here as well. And here we go. The French are coming forward once again. We actually have a cuirassier unit there that's retreated. What else broke? Line infantry. Okay, so and we've got more line infantry still going in here. Jeez. Yeah, the squares of the Bavarians. Sorry, the Bavarians. The squares of the Austrians have held. Very, very nice. Still big cav units. Still lots of cuirassiers actually coming across this river. And there's still plenty actually in reserve. Wow. France is looking good, all I can say. When it comes to cav. Heavy cav anyway. They're going to need the infantry though to come support this heavy cav push. It can't last forever like this. They're getting a shot on the side as well by Austrian infantry. That's not helping. We've got the French infantry here though. Into bayonet. The Grenadiers of the line doing their bit in their big bearskins. And they're trying to break through. What broke there? Some line infantry, more cuirassiers coming in. Going in after Schutzen. Of all things to be charging with cuirassiers. But they have helped break through. And look at that. Austria is in real trouble here. The Bavarians could have formed square. They probably should have. Dueling with the cuirassiers here. I think the French cuirassiers, oh, and they're still alive. They just are falling back. And again, the French on this side with their infantry have just sent the Austrians packing. They still have a big gun emplacement here and some more infantry that need to be cleared out. But yeah, the French are taking this hill, but it is inflicting a lot of losses. Is this assault? Got Bavarian Laguerre going in here. Probably not the best unit to be charging. They're probably better in a shooting match, especially against Grenadiers. If they can tie these guys down, then the cuirassiers can come in here and they can do their work. It's exactly what they're trying to do now, and they might actually get these guys. It cost them a lot though, and there you go. The French have just about it, and you can see the Grenadiers are falling back. There's just still more Austrians on the way. More Austrians, more Grenadiers, more just German line infantry just being sent forward here. It's relentless. The French still pushing on here though. Don't know how good an idea this is. Got Maison Rouge. These Grenadiers of the line, they're actually dealing with other Austrian ones. But now the Austrians look like they're going to carry on into more line infantry here. How smart an idea that is, I do not know. But what have we got breaking there? Bavarian lines breaking against the Austrians. Don't know what this line infantry here is just shooting at the guys. Just get in there, just start to kill the damn guns. Just get rid of them. Get rid of these guys. There you go, clearing out. Oh, actually, they haven't managed to clear them out. The gun crew has actually run away whilst it was in melee. I mean, the gun carriages are gone, so that means that the guns are basically stuck there. Which is not the end of the world, though. They're not in a bad position, but they can really do around this, actually around that gun crew. Yeah, as you can see, France needs to retreat now. They've just overextended on this side. They've been in some real trouble. But yeah, France has actually also finally engaged over on this flank here, so we'll go and check out this. Looks like we've got lots of Bavarian Laguerre setting up. Oh gosh, artillery going off. Fire when ready, men. Lots of Bavarians here. They did seem to get given a lot of Germans in this call. Like when he goes in for, when he's campaigning in Russia, he's given all the Bedenberg troops. Lots of Bavarians in his army. in 1805. Maybe just had a thing for the Germans. You see, yeah. Line infantry here, though, with the support of the Cav, the Bavarian Cav here, should route this little flank. Looks like they're clearing out just a very small token force that was for some reason just left out here in the open. I don't know really why Austria decided this is a wise idea, but yeah, he's left these units out here. It means now that France can attack this side without having to cross those rivers, cross those bridges and get to the river. There's a small token French force here that is kind of trying to pin down. But yeah, the French still hold half of their objective. They still have not Lingnitz, Le Mal. I feel like I call it Lingnitz or something like that. Le Mal. They hold on to that. Oh gosh, we are in a corner of the map. But yeah, they still hold that, and then they've just got to take Wavre now, which is not too difficult in the current state of this corps anyway. This French corps pretty much hasn't seen any action. It's just got to keep its most key things alive, like things like Grenadiers, which I presume they brought some. Maybe not. I don't know, I can't see any. Cav as well, obviously keep alive, the Chevaliers. You want to try and pick off things like guns and generals. There's a Bavarian gun there. Maybe the Grenadiers are over here. Oh, they have one Grenadier. That might be enough. You never know. They're pretty tough. But yeah, they've got to just push across. I mean, really now, if I was Murat, I'd start sending Cav as well, heavy Cav. Send it towards Wavre. Try and support your ally there. Though it is looking pretty rough. You can see here, big offensive by the French has been forced back. Infantry and cuirassiers are retreating. We're seeing a counter-offensive now by the Austrians, and now surely we've got to get the Frenchies back. Murat's actually here, and Ney are both very near the front lines. Ney's general bodyguard is shot to pieces. It really is. We're going to see more cuirassiers going in, I think, just to try and slow down the Austrian advance. They look like they are going to beat back the Austrian cuirassiers, which is a bit of a win. Both sides battered. Austria certainly has, I'd say, more infantry, but France certainly has more heavy cav, which is generally cav left, I think, because Murat's here. Murat being an all-cav corps is very handy, as for sure. We've got a little line infantry actually over here that's returned. Just need to regather all the infantry that France has left, get it back towards the town, just try and entrench there. Because otherwise Le Male could quite easily be taken. Like, the French can't carry on this line fight. They don't have the numbers. They need to just try and bait the Austrians into the town, get them in melee, and that's how they're going to try and... That's the only way they're going to be able to kill this this army, if they're even going to, like, achieve that. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, very, very interesting. We'll come back to that in a moment. I'm going to go back over to the other side, see what the Frenchies are doing. Doesn't look like they quite made their assault yet on the town of Wavre, or shall we call it Elchingen today. But the Swiss boys that joined up with the French. And the Leger here doesn't seem like it's faring so well. Combatant losing. It's all light infantry. Like, the ability should be pretty decent. Yeah, I mean, the Austrians, though, like, their infantry's pretty good at shooting as well, so they do need to be aware of that. We've got artillery up here, or an artillery battery that we can't see, but it's on a pretty good high ground, able to shoot down onto the French advance here. There are more Austrian units that just kind of scattered about. I mean, like, a unit like this, I would feel like if it's like this out on its own, it must be able to form square. I'd be charging that with line infantry and nothing other than line infantry. Well, that's the tactic I would do, probably leave an isolated unit somewhere. See whether it'll bait in a cav charge and then just form square, get some kills. Yeah, looking like it's just going to turn into a regular line fight there. Austria pushed back the French on this side. This battle's been going back and forth. It's been brilliant. Like, the death at this road is pretty incredible. A lot of blue and white shirts on the ground, dead and dying. Any more charging going on? Oh, we're going to see charging the cuirassiers here. They're trying to get the guns. They might get them, you know. They are varying guns. 12-pounders here. Oh, the gun crew are basically stuck here now. Yeah, the guns can't move anywhere. That basically seals the fate of that 12-pounder there, unfortunately. Just kind of got left on its own. There is another gun back here, though, for the French that they can set up. Got a 6-pounder here. That's able to sort of like just pepper down onto these Austrians. The French still do command the left, though. Still doing some work here. You know, got some cuirassies here that are trying to go for a gun, actually, that's back here, which could be a bit of a win if you get this. This is a fresh gun. Don't know why it's coming. Don't know why they should not be making a frontal assault, though, like this. I think they've just reloaded the guns here. Fire! Oh, yeah, that was painful. That might be the loss of a cuirassier unit there. Yep, there you go. That's a cuirassier unit gone. These guys just need to get in there, just kill that final unit off. The final the gun off, anyway. Done it. Now get out of there, because otherwise the square might take you out next. That was not a good trade, losing a cuirassier unit, even if it was a weakened one, just to a gun. That's why you don't make a frontal assault on the guns. Certainly not with your heavy cav like that. Yeah, the French now back where they really just started. This is pretty much where the battle started. They're back here on their starting line. They still hold the town, though. That's the objective for the Austrians and the French here. So it's now, instead of the French being the attackers, it is the Austrians. The Austrians are coming back to take their town hall back, and we'll see whether they can do it. But firstly, we're going to go back over to this side. Again, seems like, oh, there's a bit of melee fighting going on. Okay, the French have dead. They're sending in the Grenadiers, and they force their way across the bridge. He now needs to get these Grenadiers back. They're winded, they're getting shot at, their morale's not 100% great, and he needs to keep these guys preserved, ready to storm the farmhouse later on. So that is his main objective, really. I mean, I think they hold this one, but I'm not entirely sure. More Frenchies now shifting across the river, which is good to see. Well, Frenchies and Germans, Bavarians. The main thrust still coming from this point over here. Whether the French could go with a Chevalier Gueux, make a dash for the guns. Oh, but here we go. Looks like Austria's just doing exactly the same thing. A little Ulana here, getting into the back lines, taking out that Bavarian artillery, and that is a big, big loss there. France is now arriving late to the scene with the Bavarian Chevalier Gueux. He's going to try and save that situation. We also have, looks like a Dragoon here as well, coming in. They're going to try and deal a blow to that Ulan. There you go, they've done it. Very nicely done. It's a big loss. It's a gun gone. Line infantry here, still chipping away, trying to do their bit. It's actually all Laguerre, but you know what I mean. I probably have the Bavarian one on the flank just because it can form square. You probably want to just have your squares on your flanks. It's the practice I take on anyway. I feel like it's always good practice. Have your squares on your flanks. Just instantly what I do straight away. Bavarians here, they need to either go on fire at will or they need to move forward. They're just getting shot at the moment for free. Again, not too much still going on over here. France yet to sort of make it a bit of an offensive. Go back over to the other side. Austria looks like they are now starting to get themselves into the town. France actually giving up more ground. I think they want to allow the farmhouse to have a bit more of a say in the fight when it fires in its musket volleys. Laguerre setting up here, trying to do their bit. And here, charging going. Oh, an Austrian unit got across the river. There's another one actually here as well. We've got Bavarian Laguerre going into melee. I guess just trying to, I don't know, tie these guys down? I'm not sure. The cuirassiers tried to go for a charge. I guess these guys got forced back because they were in square. Should rout them, I'd imagine. Look at some healthy cuirassiers here. I mean, 51 not so much, but 96. That's a healthy unit. Very, very good. I mean, there's, yeah, 90 over there, 53. Yeah, Murat still got some healthy cab units here. Oh, we've got another charge. Another charge into squares here, though, from Murat. He needs to be careful, that sort of thing. Another general's been killed. That actually was his general. So, I mean, I guess charging that general, he did kill it. But it is a square at the end of the day from Murat. He shouldn't really be going in for it. He's, I think, trying to also help take out this unit here. They're trying to sandwich the two between Cuirassier and line infantry. Yeah, get the Cuirassier out of there. It's just going to get set upon by line infantry that's going to fire mercilessly into it. And you want to keep these guys alive. But another general dead for the Austrians. Bit of a win. Laguerre there's broken. Looks like they're going to try again with the Cav. Try and break the Austrian will and the square. So it's not looking good. Looks like the Grenadiers of the line have been repulsed trying to take this building. I think the door's around the wrong side. Well, not the wrong side, but the Austrian side. So the French actually, for them to assault, is pretty difficult. They get shot at first by the Austrians. Whether they could push forward, though, I feel like they could be a bit more aggressive with the Laguerre here. Try and get right in the face of the Austrians, shooting to the side of them, and then charge in these line infantry. I don't know. I mean, you could if you wanted to. This line infantry here, I don't know what they're doing exactly, but it's just getting shot for free right now. Again, with the Cav, I wonder whether, like, one of these Cav units here could just make a little dash, go in for the guns. Or, like, go wide around and then get the guns. Might be an idea, because Austria doesn't seem like he has much in the way of Cav here. Generally doesn't seem like Austria has much Cav left. There you go. The Le Suisse routed that unit there. Well done to them. Looks like Austria is still being repulsed on the side here. One of his few Cav units left. The Cuirassier of all things as well. Repulsed. Yeah, it seems as though we're now just waiting on Austria's assault. What he's going to do. I don't think they have much in the way of guns that they can bring forward. You can see Murat with his Cav here, is constantly harassing this gun crew, not allowing them to get back on those guns. Cav-wise, yeah, Austria kind of short. Looks like actually Murat, is he sending troops over? He needs to. Infantry is looking okay though. Thing is, going into melee with the French in this town is going to be difficult. Oh, here we go. Again, squares have formed. Again, the Cuirassier is repulsed. Here we go though. Could the Cuirassiers here get this general? There's a general that is just right here. Go ahead and get him. They are exhausted though. These guys have been running around chasing cannon crews. I don't think they'll get him yet. There he goes. He casually just walks out of the way. That is unfortunate. Yeah, France getting right in there now with the Austrians. They're trying to fight over their town. And here we go. More line infantry going in. Battling here for Lamal. This little hamlet meaning so much for the Battle of Elchingen. Even if we're not on the Elchingen map. Again, the line fight there going very nicely for the French. They're actually going to just carry on the bayonet charge here. The infantry is pretty active. The French look like they should win it. There you go, nice little win there. Very, very good. Back over to this side. France, I think, is starting to falter. They should be forced back across the river here a little bit. And they're sending around their infantry. They're kind of giving up on this flank here. Yeah, more Austrians arriving to sort of like hit them on the flank. The guns are just a bit inaccessible. There is also a Cuirassier here. So the Austrians do still have Cav available. And again, the Austrians seem like they're stocking up troops on this flank here, really forcing the French back. And numbers might not be with France. I do love this as a strategy, that you can just shoot the troops outside the building, kill them. That really affects the morale of the units that's inside. They're like, oh, I guess we'll retreat out of this building because our guys outside are getting shot, but we're pretty safe inside. It's a very funny little thing. More grenadiers here. Yeah, there's just, I think they only had the one grenadier in France. So I mean, some of the French infantry is pretty good at melee, so they would be able to match it. But just you don't want to see many Austrian grenadiers. It just makes the job a little bit tougher. A little bit tougher. Austrian light infantry, or like the German light infantry here. Yeah, take these guys any day. They don't want to deal with those grenadiers, but yeah, more grenadiers are inside that building. The Bavarians are going in. They're going to get shot as they go in the building, though, I would have thought. By friend and foe, potentially. And we've got Cav as well coming in, a little Dragoon here. So it's going to be a tough old fight here for the French, that is for sure, as they continue to battle for that building. The battle for the building on this side is also still raging on. We have Cuirassiers actually getting stuck in this town. If they can get themselves unstuck, we've got a Voltigare general here, actually. I guess this is one of the combat gens Ney had to bring. There was only one Ney present and in reality, so I guess you couldn't have any more. But yeah, there you go, Ney is there. Building has been taken. I think, actually, the Bavarians have just blooming well done it, but they can't reinforce quickly enough, and it looks like they're going to get kicked out just as quickly as they got in there. Yeah, Bavarians are being kicked out. The Austrians are reoccupying, and it looks like now Austria's going to swing down and deal a blow to these final few Frenchies in the like the deep parts of the town. There you go, healthy Austrian grenadier back in there, unfortunately. But yeah, just seeing that one's back and forth, as is this one over here. This one's kind of coming to its climax at this moment, as Murat helps deal with these final few Austrian units here. In they go, slamming on in there with the Cuirassiers. Very nice to see. We always have a bit of Cuirassier content, and there actually is a general there as well. He might get killed off. He's routing already. He might get routed, like killed here. And that would be 3 Austrian generals dead. I don't think the French have lost a single one yet. And there you go, another general dead. And I think that's the Austrian force on this side defeated. But the French are battered. Like, absolutely battered. Like fish and chips. There's nothing left. Like, these units are like tiny. 66, 41, 42, yeah, 16 Laguerre. Jeez. Yeah, there's just like nothing left in these units. The Cuirassiers are really all that remains for the French here. That's all they have, which could be huge. They could do a lot of work. There's actually one already sniffing about over here. It's a healthy unit as well, 93. Whether it could be of effect, I don't know. They need to try and make it so. Get it over here, maybe trying to help the line fight, because France is not winning it, that's for sure. Lots of red and orange morale units. But yeah, France have got to hold both these towns here if they want to win this fight. So yeah, they need to find a way to win this one. Try and prove to their comrades that they're just as good as the ones at Lamal. Took that other position here at Elchingen. Light infantry here still dueling.
Our men are running, sir.
Ripping priest Francois. Francois. I think this is the general here, actually, for this Nate Corps, Francois Roger, or however you say it. I think he is the general. You need to be careful to keep him alive as well. Bavarian unit as well. I don't know if this is just rallied or it's actually been used as a rear guard, but you might want to get that back into the fight. It looks like actually France is going to pull back across the river, maybe? At least he's pulling some of his troops back. His general's going back. Bavarian Laguerre, though, they didn't get that. They don't get that shot. They don't get a retreat. Another building being captured. Oh, this one. Okay, yeah. The French is occupying it. They basically had it all in all but name. It looks like actually this. I think he's sending over his combat gen over here to come and duel with the Austrians. Not a bad idea. There's another gun here as well, 4-pounder, that could be moved up and maybe put across one of the bridges. Just try and slow the Austrians down, but it looks like, yeah, they're going to push hard on this flank here. We've got some Laguerre, the Bavarian Laguerre, that's trying desperately to hold on, but they need to try and get these guys back, to be honest. Just get them back across the river, wait for Murat and whatever remains of the other Nate Corps, get them over here and try and save and salvage this battle. But yeah, honestly, that was our biggest mistake, I think, as the French. Me and the other Ney player, we won and took the town very easily. We should have just stayed there, waited for the Austrians to come back, maybe taken out their guns, pounded, like taking their gun positions, and then fallen back once we've done that. Because, like, taking this one, when we took this gun position here, for instance, we should have just left it at that. Maybe tried to challenge for the one on this flank here as well, as we did. But after that, we should have just fallen back and just not and entice the Austrians into come be aggressive in melee with us, because that then worked in our favor. That worked for us. But instead, we pushed up and we allowed the Austrians to mobilize their heavy cav and their other cav units, and we didn't do a very great coordination job between cavalry and infantry either, which we otherwise could have done very, very well, and we would have maybe been able to master out the Austrians. We didn't quite manage it, unfortunately. We actually have a 6-pounder Bavarian artillery over here setting up. But only one of the guns is here. This is so frustrating. It's one of the small things I hate about, like, all the total wars, like Napoleon. But you can see the gun is actually stuck here with a couple of the riders as well, which is hilarious. Just like, oh, we're trying to move, I swear. We're trying to get out of here, but we're really struggling. So I don't know what's going to happen to that. I think maybe they're just going to try and execute it. I don't think it'll set up. There you go, Laguerre, dueling away. What are they fighting off against? Just line infantry.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest.
Looks like some of the Frenchies are returning, which is good, but they won't be quite the same. Yeah, some Laguerre and line infantry here returning. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this battle so far. It's still not over. The French can still turn this around. They just need to get the heavy cav over here. You can see on the map the stream of red now coming to support the red that's still holding on and fighting on one side of the bank of Wavre. It's just whether they have enough infantry really to break through. I don't know if they do. We've got a skirmisher here, some Laguerre. Yeah, a few line infantry units, but nothing huge and healthy. Some artillery here, 12-pounder artillery crew. That's not going to achieve much. Fortunately, their artillery had no like carriages, so they just have to march to their deaths. But yeah, not much else that the French have. Really, the cream of their crop is the cuirassiers. Still an 84-man unit here. 43, 37, and a 49. So yeah, some healthy ones. Look at that flag. What's it doing? I think that's for the horse artillery. Yeah, strange old thing. Whatever it's doing. Yeah. I had to kind of give up. Le Male was technically in our hands. The Austrians don't have anything in there. So yeah, it's technically ours. We can't stand around and wait, because the French definitely do not have enough to take Wavre on their own. And that was another one of maybe the issues we had. I think we should have maybe sent some of Murat's corps over here earlier, because this player for the French has never had the cavalry advantage. The Austrians here have always had it. And I feel like a few heavy cav may have been able to be used to try and sort of, you know, take out a few artillery positions, or maybe take out an infantry line, or deal with this other all these other cuirassiers that are over here. One waiting patiently here. Artillery's also moving to sort of shift over there, but yeah, we'll just fast forward now while we wait for the French, see what they do, because there's not really anything else going on at the moment, as we just kind of wait for those Frenchies to shift on forward. So yeah, we'll wait and see what they do. Looks like the French are really just tightening up their circle here on this side. They're moving their guns here, just, you know, so they can pound any Austrians that show themselves. Honestly, I just pound this building down to like 50% as well, if you can. Just try and do some damage to it. Yeah, the Austrians will probably occupy that side of the river. I think they can just walk across the river. I don't think it's that deep. There are some line infantry here. They're waiting. I guess might be able to duel with them. yeah, really, they just got to wait on these reinforcements from the other Ney and Murat corps, and then they can just like, I mean, certainly Murat can maybe just shunt down this road and try and hope to get some kills. He actually is looking like he's going to try and go in for something here. 33 of them left. Red morale. Oh, I don't know if that's a wise idea here. They're already winded. You need to be careful because they could just get shot for free. They're getting shot by artillery. It's not going to go well, this. They're going to get charged here. They're going to charge into the line infantry here. Might get broken immediately. Yeah, broken immediately. Red morale does that to you. And they didn't time that at all well with the infantry. Murat and his remaining cav all the way over here, just waiting patiently. I think they're just having a standoff with the Austrians. The Bavarians, they've fought loyally for the French here, fought valiantly. Just one last go. One last throw of the dice. Love how this Laguerre is still alive as well. 15 of them left. That usually, most units in NTW3 will break that amount. These guys are up there with the old guard. Yeah, not much going on. The French is edging forward. Look, they're actually ignoring the house for the moment. They're just going to have try and get a good old line fight going. I mean, it's going to be a tough one on a line fight when the Austrians are kind of in this forest, occupying it where they can. Forest is to protect you in NTW3 if you didn't know. Like I said, if you're new to the mod. Interesting formation here by the Germans. Just, you know, some facing the wrong way, some facing the right way. Again, cuirassiers, I don't know what they're doing. Providing some easy targets here for the Austrians. Here we go, line infantry is going forward. Looks like they might go for a charge. See whether they're brave enough. See whether they're foolish enough to try it. They're just going to go for a... Looks like they might also just go for a line fight. I don't know. Oh, yeah, they're just going to get shot to pieces here by the Austrians. They're getting shot from multiple sides. I think they're going to go... Yeah, they're going for a bayonet charge. Or break immediately. One or the other. Cavalry in the town. We have Austrian cuirassiers here. They're going in. There are French cuirassiers and also we've got French infantry in here as well. They're shifting on through. So the French cuirassiers fancy a fight. This is probably not a wise idea to come into the town because they'll get shot up by the building and various units from various angles. Cuirassiers in a town will not go well. And I think they're broken just like that, yeah. And look at this, Muraz. Impeccable. I wouldn't say impeccable, but like insane cuirassier spam is slowly dying. One unit at a time. Laguerre being broken outside here. We got the Austrians coming back in with their cav now that they see that the French ones are gone. They just smash into all these French infantry units here that are like now trying to form square or I don't know what they're trying to do. Francois really should have formed square. Morale is not looking good for these French units here as they see their own infantry and cavalry break. And that's the general there broken. And these Austrian cuirassiers have maybe just saved the day here for Austria. Maybe Max Corps is going to break out, or Max Army is going to break out of the Ulm pocket. They're going to carry on into this unit here. That unit did form square, apparently you can tell because the horses start to rear up. Maybe these Bavarians will stop the Austrian cav. They did in fact just do that. Another unit here broken. 50 cuirassiers left. They got absolutely violated it. I think going through the going through that forest. Got violated there. You can see the bodies of the cuirassiers. They didn't manage to rout that unit, which is I guess something, but the units behind just did all the work. They also ran past a bunch of Austrians that shot at them. So it just made it a little bit easier there for the Austrians. Yeah, I think French hopes are now truly over for trying to take Elchingen here today. And it looks like it's going to be an Austrian victory. There's what, 1, 2, 3, 4 units of infantry. There's a Voltigeur. I think all the cuirassiers are gone.
Our men are running, sir.
It's an artillery piece. It's setting up. I guess make one last stand. Yeah, the French try valiantly to try and get in there and take the building. Never going to happen. And yeah, the Austrians now just on cleanup, which shouldn't take too long, that's for sure. We've got Murat there. I think Ney, I think he must have died on the way here. I was commanding Ney and his army, and unfortunately, I think I crashed at the like right at the end, like as we were marching just here. So it didn't really make too much difference, but yeah, I think Ney did and just ended up running away in the end, which is a shame because he did very well. He fought very hard at the front lines here. And yeah, now the Austrians just have the job of taking out this artillery crew, and
sir,
I think there's another one all the way there.
Has been killed.
Yeah, there you go. Another general's killed. I think that's Francois being killed off. Yep. Got a few units that are returning here. 4-pounder artillery crew. Yeah, they just rout immediately, and looks like there you go. That's been killed. What's that? Oh, is that Ney there? Actually, that just got killed. Oh, that was Ney there. I think he's actually got out of there alive, but he's been executed as well. And the artillery, I think, is all the way over here. So we'll just keep fast forwarding. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this this video. It certainly has been a fun one. And yeah, it's always good to do a good old historical battle and see these two titans of the time, really, France and Austria, fight against each other. I mean, it's also nice to see history being changed. Like, I feel like Austria, you come into some battles and you go, oh, Austria's not going to have a fun time here. But in recent battles, I think they've done very, very well. They've been well commanded. I think it's just a mixture of French mistakes and Austrians playing very, very well. But yeah, they've honestly did a really good job. It looked really rough from the very start for Austria, losing a general almost immediately, getting pushed back up here. But they just, really wore down the French. And really the French also made mistakes. We made mistakes in pushing too high up this ridge. Like I said, should have taken out the guns, and then after that, not worried about too much else in this area here. But yeah, now I think they're just hunting down the artillery crew because it was bugged out. So you actually have to go and get the crew there. Another general. Oh, Ney has been killed. That is sad. Ney is not going to make it out of here alive. That is very, very sad. Elchingen actually was also one of the battles where Ney kind of made his name. So to see him lose it is quite sad, that is for sure. But yeah, look at the bodies around here. Lots of Bavarians, lots of Austrians as well. But yeah, I think the Schutzen here should get the gun. Or they're going to at least try to. I don't know if it's easier, if it's possible. The cuirassiers there, I think, as well. They're trying to work out how that gun's got stuck in that building, I think. They're like, oh, how's that managed? But they also technically hold the village now. So both objectives are lost for the Frenchies. And yeah, I don't know what. I think we're just waiting on them to try and kill it off somehow. Oh, they've managed it. They just shot the crew over there. There we go. Artillery dealt with, and there you go, a defeat for the Frenchies. Hopefully I'll put up the end results for you guys to have a look at so you can see. This was from Johnny the Buffoon's perspective, but I was playing this one as well. You can see how well I did. And then yeah, we'll have a quick look at the units stats as well. Yeah, for Johnny, it's 78 kills with one of his line infantry is the best. He had a bit of a rough day in this one, fighting on his own. It was certainly going to be a tough fight, but yeah, there are his kills if you want to have a look at those. But yeah, he had a tough day today, that is for sure. But there you go, guys. That is the Battle of Elchingen. That is today's historical battle. If you did enjoy, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.